Sa'ar asked Greek FM to intervene after hundreds of Israelis unable to disembark disembark cruise ship due to protest. Let's read this one just in. Foreign Minister Gadaon Sa'er say he has spoken with his Greek counterpart Grigos Gyros Zerapataratrits. Sorry for the names. I cannot say them like they are written because it is difficult names for me, who is not Greek or Israeli, to address an incident in which several hundred Israelis are stuck aboard a cruise ship near Syros, Greece, as pro-Palestinian protesters block them from disembarking. So this is a huge people. This is a Israeli ship in the sea want to land to get the people out of the ship to go down to Greece, but the protesters are not allowing that. So the Israeli Foreign Minister Saar, he called the Greece minister, who is also foreign minister, and they talked about this issue. So Israeli Foreign Ministry through its embassy in Greece is also closely monitoring the situation, the development. Saar office adds, an Israeli official familiar with the situation says the delays in the disembarkation may have stemmed from the decision made by the ship's crew on the ground. So this is the guys, these are protesting against the Israeli ship. I'm gonna write on the thumbnail, Israeli cruise ship stranded. So this is never happened before. This is very, very difficult situation to solve, because if Israeli, they feel like if their citizens are threatened, they may take a decision of interfering by their own. Because if the Greece authorities, they go down on these guys, then it will be some problems. Like they need to do it without like creating clashes and stuff like that. It is much easier if they ask the Israeli ship to go away for a while and dock other places like in Turkey or Italy or any other places, and then they gonna take the train to Greece and have a vacation, or they're gonna take the flight back to Israel or other countries. I don't know, but this is the best solution. Otherwise, if Israeli interfere, they're gonna like crack down on these guys, and will not be beautiful. This is very worrying. Also, we have in Gaza fights resumed, very heavy clashes. We have this one. This is Sergeant Amit Cohen, killed in Khan Yunis. Uh, this is soldier killed in a blast as IDF pushes into central Gaza, Deir al-Balah, for first time. So we know that this has been ongoing since October 2023. So this is more than 20 months, or almost 21 months, and the Israeli soldiers still dying in Gaza as we speak because of the heavy fightings ongoing in Gaza. So let's read further. So this is the guy. He was killed yesterday, and his name is Staff Sergeant Amit Cohen, killed in Khan Yunis hospital. So let's read about this guy. An Israeli soldier, he was killed in an explosion in southern Gaza on Monday. On Monday, that's yesterday. And the Israeli Defense Forces announced as troops began ground operation in the Deir Balah area in the strip center for the first time since the beginning of the war. So they are going to this area. They never went in. All this war, they never went in. Now they are going in. This is like the final stage And of course, always the final stage is the most difficult. So we have a soldier, 19 years old, from the Golani Brigades, 13 Battalion from Holon. He was killed, Amit Cohen, yesterday. So he was killed by a blast, according to an investigation by the IDF, and this was preliminary. So Israeli investigation say he was killed by a blast from Israeli military munitions. So this is Israeli bombs that exploded inside the building in Khan Yunis. So this is like not friendly fire, but they are not taking care of the explosive. We talked about the explosive. We didn't talk about the explosive that went off in America. I think in Los Angeles, and 3 cops were killed. So this is something similar, but this is the war zone. So this is they need to be very afraid not to like be miscareful, or like they are not careful with these devices, because they can explode anytime. And we have 1 soldier killed because of that. They are investigating, of course. And this is you see how Gaza looking like. So Cohen thus brought Israel tool in the ground offensive against Hamas in Gaza military operation along the border was stripped to 455. So 455 since the invasion of Gaza started. So this is a heavy count actually. Although it's been fighting 2 years for the Israelis, every soldier they feel like it's much, because this is the war was like forced upon them. So this is uh, also the tanks pushed in south and east of Dar al-Balah. And now they are believing Hamas is holding hostages there. So they are going there to free the hostages. We know that Hamas still have like 50, 20 alive. Rest is dead. They have corpse. And Israel will want to bring these guys, the Israeli hostages, by um, going to the where they suspect the hostages are being hold captive. So before Hamas, IDF, they didn't attack this area because they thought Hamas be holding hostages, and they didn't want to have fighting near the captives. But now they are saying, whatever, let's do it anyways. So they don't want to endanger them, but now they are saying whatever. So the artillery shelling and airstrikes overnight on Monday morning in the area. You see here, Gaza. So yeah, we're gonna read about World Health Center, this attack. According to World Health Center, WHO, you know, this is the organization for the United Nations, the health over, they do these campaigns for the children and the sick, and this medication. They are working in Gaza, and their office were headquarters were attacked by Israel. So let's read this one. According to the organization, its staff, residents, and main warehouse in Deir al-Balah were attacked 3 times on Monday. So that's yesterday. They attacked, Israel attacks WHO 3 times yesterday. Chief Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus said the ITF entered the UN agency staff residence, forced women and children to evacuate on foot, and handcuffed, stripped, and interrogated male staff at gunpoint. So Israelis went to the headquarters and took hostages, and they had a weapon, threatening one guy and investigating if they have something to do maybe with Hamas or stuff. But then the children and the woman, they were kicked out and they went like other places walking, and they took one guy, I believe, two WH staff and two family members were detained. They took four, then they released three, of whom were later released, while the other remains in detention. So they have, Israeli, they have taken one WHO employee. So who demands the immediate release of the detained staff and protection of all its staff. So who is not very happy with that? They have one, their guys held hostage by Israel. Tadros said at least evacuation order in Dar Balah had affected several premises, compromising our ability to operate in Gaza, pushing the health system further toward collapse. So it's very bad in Israel, and Gaza situation is becoming worse each day. So we have here another one. You see this guy here? He has this is Amit Cohen. He was killed in explosion. You see here, killed in explosion in southern Gaza yesterday. So we have another guy here. This one also killed, IDF reservist soldier killed in Gaza fighting. So this guy killed in fighting. And IDF said troops briefly detained staff members at Dar al-Balah after coming under fire and near evacuation. Hamas said 20 people died in starvation. You said people, they don't have food. 20 people died of hunger. It's very, very terrible what's going on. So let's see this one. So this is the guy. He died yesterday. It's called Valdemir Lusa. 36, killed 21 July, that's yesterday. So let's read this one. And so two guys killed yesterday, two Israeli soldiers killed yesterday. An IDF reservist soldier was killed due to fighting in South Gaza Strip Monday. The military announced Tuesday. Today, the second death within hours after the army presses ahead with a new offensive in the coastal territory. The announcement came as local media reported that 18 people were killed. So 18 people were killed by Israeli strike in Gaza, and terror group Hamas said nearly 20 died of starvation over the previous 2 days. The slain soldier was named Major Vladimir Lusa of the 5th Brigade, 7th Battalion from Ashkelon. So how he was killed? According to IDF, Lusa was killed when a blast caused a building to collapse. So another explosion during operation in the Rafah area. The military suspect the blast was caused explosive device planted by the Gaza fighter. So the other guy, you see, this is the other guy who was killed in explosion planted by the Israelis. But this guy, you see here, explosion blast from the Israelis, munitions, explosive. So one killed by the Israelis, explosive devices, and the other one killed by Palestinians, explosion. Valdemir Lusa, you see here, according to IDF, Lusa was killed when a blast caused a building to collapse during Operation Rafah. The military suspect the blast was caused by an explosive device planted by Gazan fighter. Lusa test rise to 456. So we have here 456, the killed during the invasion of Gaza, And here we have 455. So this one was killed first, this guy, and then this other guy was killed later on. We have Spaceship of King Anu. We're gonna check this one. I'll try to make this video short. Just telling you what's going on in Gaza. It's horrible what's going on. War. Both Israelis and Palestinians are being killed. And we have a Israeli cruise ship stranded outside Greece. The protesters, they will not allow it to dock. So they are calling each other, the Greece and the Israeli foreign ministers, to solve this one. So this is, you see here, 21 yesterday, 11 a.m. You see here, Spaceship of King Anu, the Most High. See how it's doing, going up, going up. And just give me 1 minute, please. I will be back. Sorry, I've been away. I was opening the window. It's very hot here, actually. But we're gonna rain. We have a lot of rain in Denmark, and we're gonna talk about, maybe read about it. But this is Spaceship of King Anu, the Most High from yesterday. You see how it's doing, see how it's looking, and then it goes like that. So this one I want to put on the thumbnail. See how it's doing near the building. You can take this one as well. This is Spaceship of King Anu, the Most High, creator of life, and he is always around in our skies. So we know we are never alone. This one is cool. Check this out, people. Check this shit. This one. See, we had 6 point today magnitude earthquake in Kamchatka, near Russia, outside Russia. And we have two earthquakes, magnitude 7 and 7.4 this week alone. The 3 days between Monday, I believe, last Monday. Oh, sorry. Last week we had two earthquakes. Or I mean, like 1.7, and then 3 days after we have 7.4. Not the same region, but very near. This also, we can take this picture. See how long it is. This is some kind of I don't know what it is actually, but you see it's different shapes all the time. I cannot explain that. I'm just documenting the sky. Please help me continue my job by liking and sharing. I'm just doing that to documentation only, and sometimes we talk politics and we comment, we read what's really happening, and yeah. So I cannot live without talking about this stuff because it is all the time connected to what's going in our skies. See here, Spaceship of King Anu. This picture I most probably put on the thumbnail. Amazing. This kind of language, or I don't know what it is, but this is very, very nice. Uh, if you know what I mean, I cannot understand if but looking like some letters. Or you see here, you see the details, people. This is very advanced technology for a spaceship, man-made. This is not man-made, of course. Most people, they think it's man-made. This one, because it's near the construction, I can take it as thumbnail. It will work best for me because I need to have the pictures near a house. So people, they believe it actually happened in our skies. Most people, they don't believe that. They think it's other stuff like CGI, or maybe, I don't know. They think there's some kind of computer program that produce pictures, but I'm always showing the date, and they can check the archive for that. Here we have it as well. You see, and here not very clear actually, and here it disappears. So we see a little bit of it, and then we have it here. You see here this 21 July, and you see here I was doing. I made it big for you. Here it is, and then here it is, and then here it is. You see, this is a great picture actually, and then here also great picture, and then here this one also we take, and then here. So yeah, Israeli ship stranded in the middle of the sea, not dock. Greece protesters are blocking her way, and Israelis are worried. Are they calling the Greece foreign minister? Otherwise, they need to get their people. So this is the one. Here it is, and here it disappears. So that's all, people. Blessings.